Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great, I believe it's Tuesday. Relatively positive it's Tuesday. Hello, Josh, Brandon, good to see you both here. Got Alan in the house. We have a Coletta next on the other runway. We have a Coletta next, 747 on the other runway. It is about a minute out, maybe even less. And we should have another 747 in about 10 minutes after that, maybe even less. There's another UPS coming in. Good morning, Jonathan, CFI on the fly. Keith. Sorry, Keith, no 360 camera today. I'll explain more about that in a little bit. Reno to Heathrow is here. Hello, Kelvin's here. My good friend Ken Smith is here. With all the cool kids here this morning. Rainbow Love in the house. The Coletta's just about over Eva Beach, so it looks like it's still in the haze over there. I can't see it yet. You can see it's a little hazy this morning, but not too bad. Not a lot of clouds up over my head. There's some clouds on the horizon, but it's just very hazy. I don't know if that's fog or just haze. I'm not, I don't feel like I'm breathing glass, so maybe, I don't think it's fog, or fog. Come here, Coletta. Here's a very hazy Diamond Head. Vicarious Vegas in there. Ron's in the house. Hello, Ron. Hey, whoa, 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 Rainbow Love. Watch it with the language. All right, we have American. That FedEx is still waiting to park. We have an American lit up that's going to go to LA with the Extra X. We have a United that's going to head up to San Francisco. And a Delta that's heading off to LA with the Extra X. Those are all supposed to go in the next couple of minutes. The next one we have here coming in, though, is the one that did the go-around. I don't know if you heard it on the ATC. It actually did the go-around so far out I couldn't see it. They actually called it way early. And he turned way out there. So if you click on him on the flight radar, you can see how far he was out. But he's coming back in. The Aloha Air Cargo coming in from Hilo. Hello, CM Bailey. Good to see you. You have to remember, Rainbow Love, this is a USA-based channel, so your slang does not work here. And how are there two different things for that one word? That's just... Well, they're not called that here, and YouTube. I can actually get banned for that kind of language in the chat. So please, no discussing British cigarettes, no discussing British sausages. Don't talk about a bundle of sticks. I'm right there with you. There we go. Yeah, I don't understand the whole Chris thing either. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. At least it's not like Australia that just adds EY to the end of everything and it becomes how they talk. Let's go down to Brekkie and have some. Let's go down for Brekkie and Brizzy and have some Cokie and fries. I don't know. Australians confuse me too. I'm a very confused guy. But as I've said last show, it is ROPFA time. So that queen that we saw barely overhead in the haze is next on 8 left. There's over Kapolei right now. Keith, maybe if we get a proclamation and nail it to a door, they'll come out. He just told the UPS coming in that his spot was occupied, so expect to turn left somewhere. They'll figure it out. Good morning, O'Malley. I shouldn't make fun of the Aussies too much today. I did get a gifted membership on Only Planes Network this morning, so thank them for that, or whoever was responsible for that. So, Brandon, the relaxing weekend was really good. As you know, we had a show on Saturday. But Sunday, we did nothing. Oh, my God. What's going on here? All right, so the next one coming is another Coletta. We're having Coletta everywhere today. The next one's a 777 Coletta, which is kind of a rare thing. We don't get a lot of 777 Colettas in here. We get a lot of Coletta 74s. We don't get a lot of 777s. So this here, they're blocking off Romeo. They're gonna. This was in the NOTAMs, and I was very interested in what was going to happen this morning. But apparently they're blocking off this section of Romeo. So I don't think we'll get the UPS in front of us today. It's probably going to take the long way around. They're not closing 8 right though, so they still have planes out here. We'll just have to see which way. So they'll probably loop the heavies around the other side, the cargos. Those orange and white markers across there. There, that's the temporary closings for the. Oh shoot! I'm missing. I'm looking at the thing and I'm missing the Coletta. Oh, did I miss a sub too? There's a lot of stuff going on in the parking lot this morning, a lot of activity. That's the American heading off to LA with the extra X, and the 777 heading off to Pardon me. Next one out's Delta. It's a 321. It's heading off to LA with the extra X. Behind it, we'll have a Hawaiian heading off to Hilo and an American. Where's this one going? That American, I think it's stuck on flight radar. That is not a. There's not another American coming. Next one out's in Alaska, a Hawaiian. What is going on with my flight radar today? It is all jacked up. I got the wrong planes showing up. Let's try force closing it and start over. Ah, there we go. Okay, we have a Hawaiian 321 heading off to Kailua Kona. And if I hear one more friggin' airline website think they cracked the code on Hawaiian planes in Alaska decision, I'm gonna scream. These websites are ridiculous. Every day there's another airline website who thinks they have Alaska's gonna get rid of all the 717s and the 321s, and the CFO of Alaska said this quote 8 months ago, so that proves it. Just let it go, jeez. Get your clicks legitimately. Don't create clickbait headlines. I'm in the game, I know. Don't have to do clickbait. Hello, Jonathan. Our good friend Jonathan McD has gifted 1 reverse ops membership I slacked too long in putting this up on the screen, so it's rolled off who got that membership. So whoever it was, please join me in thanking our very good friend Jonathan McD. And if you don't thank him, he will make an AI video of you thanking him anyway, so it'll all work out for him in the long run. But thank you very much, Jonathan. And we should this Sunday, if the weather's like this on Sunday, we'll be having a members only stream on Sunday. So good that you got that membership now. Yeah, Keith, I like this time of year. It's not too hot. It's not dark when I set up. So it's all good. Next one coming in on the other side is the Aloha Air Cargo. Well, Ken, and they've had a 50,000 seat stadium for the last 40 years, and it barely got them a Pro Bowl. And they couldn't fill it with regular concerts. I think the 35,000, they never filled it with a UH game either. So I think 35,000 is the right way to go. You can't. No, there's no way an NFL team's going to come here. There's not the fan base. It's not going to happen. No matter what any politician or lobbyist tries to convince you, there's no way an NFL team's coming here. If they're going to expand outside the continental U.S., they're going to go. Whoa! Watch out, cat. Ooh, that was almost bad. They're going to expand to someplace with a much bigger market, a London, a Germany, Mexico City. Uncle Plane Guy, I think that's the end of July, if you're talking about Rim Pack. I believe that's usually around the end of July. I don't have exact dates on it, but if my memory is correct, it's usually about the end of July. So our good friend Reno Heathrow has gifted a reverse ops membership. It's like Don is the recipient. So please, John, thank Reno to Heathrow with me for his generosity. No, Brandon, I don't think the NFL would go to Japan. They've already established that they want to go. They already have 5 or 6 places that they do international games at. So that would any of those would probably be my choice over Japan. They haven't done an international game in Japan yet, so that tells me they're probably not that interested in it. They've done it in South America in, is it Rio they did one? I think it was Rio. And then they've done Mexico City several times. They've done London for the past over 10 years, I think. They've done Germany. So I think any of those cities, if they were going to expand outside of the United States, any of those cities. And I think just logistically, I think Mexico City would probably be the most I don't want to turn this into a sports podcast, but I think Mexico City would probably be the most logistically feasible, because you're already talking about how hard it is for teams on the East Coast to play West Coast teams on a short week. Can you imagine Seattle having to fly, or any of the California teams, LA, San Diego, well, not San Diego anymore, but the two LA teams, or San Francisco or the Seattle having to fly to London to play a game on a short week? Ugh. Thank you, Uncle Plane Guy. The end of June, not the end of July. Sorry. Yeah, Mark, if it wasn't Mexico, I think London would be. But still, I don't know. The London seems weird. I mean, money-wise, I mean, they're all about money. Whatever it is, money. They'll do it for money. But the scheduling would have to be adjusted, where you couldn't have a team playing on a Thursday night in London and then having to play in Seattle on the next Monday or the previous Monday or Sunday. That would be ridiculous. The next one coming in here, we can stop talking about football for a second, is a 757 coming in from Maui. Thanks again, Reno to Heathrow. I appreciate it. Hello, Frank. Good to see you. Yeah, I've been to London during the week of an NFL game. I've never gone to see a game in London because NFL games are out of my budget. I've decided that a long time ago. NFL games are out of my budget. But I just happened to be in London the week of, I think it was Buffalo was playing somebody. And everywhere you went, there was people in jerseys and hats and things from the NFL teams, and it was way more people than could fit in the stadium. It was just everywhere you went. There was people in NFL gear. There was banners up everywhere. They made a big deal out of it. So, come on, 757, get over here so I can stop talking about football. I can tell you about my Sunday. Somebody asked about my weekend earlier. Brandon, I think, was asked about my weekend earlier. I'll tell you about my weekend. Make you guys jealous of me sitting on the beach. Somewhere out there is a 757. Somewhere out there he is. Hello, Keith. In case I have a quiet day Sunday, as it is the 30th anniversary of my dad's death. That's a £30 super chat. Thank you very much. I'm sorry for your loss. I know exactly how that is. My dad died. Jeez. I don't even want to think about how long ago it was. 1982. So I feel you. Hope you spend the day remembering him fondly. Thank you very much, Keith. I appreciate it. Charlie Bravo National Football League. Eham, you might want to reach out to Shutter Surprise, or he might have gotten it. I wasn't out here. I didn't. I had to work. Actually, I think it stands for the No Fun League. Our first ANA is now underneath the island of Kauai, if you look at it globally. That'll be here in 21 minutes. Am I? Oh, leggy. I don't know what that means. That's, O'Malley, that's not some other British slang word that's going to get me in trouble, is it? Yeah, Roy, it's been a Coletta-filled day today. We've had the one that came in early. We had one that came in just after we started, and then we had a 777 come in as well. So Coletta's making money in Hawaii today. Ooh, what happened? All right, thanks again, Keith. I really appreciate it. Hope you have as good a Sunday as you could possibly have. Well, O'Malley, it's better to be at A310 than a 747 SP. So. Me, I'm kind of a super guppy. Loud, I smoke a lot, and I'm oddly proportioned. It looks like they're sending the 717s out the other side now. Don't know. It's not listing this. I'm going to feel really silly if this runway is closed. It doesn't list this runway is closed. It lists this taxiway is closed all week. We'll definitely know when the 777 comes out here. If that goes out the other way, we're in trouble. Hello, Linda. Good seeing you. Doo-be-doo-be-doo. See how hazy it is up towards the mountains. It's crazy. Yeah, it is super hazy. Just in case you want to follow along with the ATC, I have dropped the link in the chat for the other channel. It's not running the 360 camera today, but we do have the ATC stream up on there. We're not running the 360 cam this whole week because I had to do some switching around, and we might need to buy another encoder for that 360 camera because it's... I don't want to get too deep in the woods, but I'm having to switch stuff around. The encoder I was using was drawing too much power, which is shortening the life of that battery that's already short. It's already having issues. I can't get a replacement for that battery yet because the storms we had over the last month or so completely wiped out the stock of all the batteries on the island. I can't find one that I want. Costco has one for $2,600 that'll power the truck for a month, but that doesn't really work. I'd have to get a trailer to trailer it behind. So the small economical ones that I want, nobody has them. They're all gone. So I have to wait till they restock. And that's one of the bummer parts about living on a tiny island in the middle of the Pacific is I can't just have one shipped here. I can't go to Amazon and have one shipped here. they will not ship it to me. And I know you're all saying, oh, that's baloney. I can have it shipped to my house. Well, yes, you could have it shipped to your house. But they will not ship it here because of the regulations of taking those type of batteries on airplanes. If they ship it to you, they ship it ground, but we don't have ground. So it has to go in an approved shipment in an approved container. That's how the stores get them here. And you can't do that for one battery. So I have to wait till all the stores restock to even think about that. And until then, I need to find a way to... The battery bill is wiped out too. He doesn't have any of the EcoFlows. And he can... I can't special order one through like Home Depot. Battery Bill could special order me one, but it's really just waiting for his next shipment and reserving me one. It's not really special ordering me one. So, Battery Bill is where I got one of my 2 batteries already. So that was several years ago. But so I had to make some sacrifices. We're gonna sacrifice the 360 cam for this week. I do have a plan to get it up and running with a lower power encoder to maybe buy some time. We'll see if that works. I'm gonna try to get to that on this weekend, but I got a busy weekend, which I'll explain here in just a few minutes. Don't you encourage her, Charlie Bravo. She's already in the hot seat. Hello, Roy. Roy HI 1809 has joined us as a new member of the 717 Inter-Island Traveler level. Thank you very much. You'll enjoy all the comfort of the 3-2 configuration of the 717 as you zip between the islands. Seats in economy don't recline, but you're never really in the air long enough to notice. We're in the midweek now, so we're back to Pog Drinks. So O'Malley will be by with your Pog Drink soon. Thank you very much. Battery Bill. Battery Bill. Cell phones and chargers. Recycles. Lawnmowers. Battery Bill. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to Honolulu. If you don't know who I am, my name is Patrick. The channel is Reverse Ops. We're an aviation and tomfoolery channel based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Our home airport is Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. It's right over here. It is 3 or 4 miles west of downtown Honolulu, which is right over there. On the south shore of the beautiful island of Oahu, on the eastern end of the Hawaii archipelago, somewhere in the middle of the vast Pacific Ocean, which is why it's hard for me to get a battery. We usually do 3 shows a week here. That's going to be switched up a little this week. I don't really know. We're definitely going to be out here Thursday morning. I'm going to try to squeeze in another show probably Friday morning. But I won't know if I can do that till Thursday, if that makes sense. There'll be no Saturday show this week. I have to work at my normal job on Saturday. We have to do some server upgrades. So no Saturday show this week. We are, however, going to try to do a members-only stream Sunday morning. Probably starting about 7:30, 7 o'clock, somewhere in there. But we'll try to do a members-only stream Sunday morning. Won't be that long. It'll be a short one, an hour, hour and a half maybe. But we'll try to do that Sunday morning. And then I think next week we'll be back to our normal Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday schedule. But thanks for hanging out. We got the first A380 just lining up for final off the coast. It'll be here in just a few minutes. It is the sea green one this morning. If you're unfamiliar, we get 3 Honus here, 3 flying Honus. Honu is Hawaiian for sea turtle. They are A380s from the All Nippon Airways. The first one of 2 today is just off the coast. The other one will be about an hour behind it. I haven't actually checked, but it'll be usually about an hour behind it. And they both will come in before we end today at about 9:45. If you're enjoying yourself, you can be like Roy and join. We have membership levels available starting at just $2 a month. We have, what is today's date? I think the tax sale is over. The tax sale, unfortunately, is over. So we do have a shop that you can get all your reverse ops swag. You can even get this shirt right here, the Keep the Puolani shirt. That basically means keep the Hawaiian livery, the Hawaiian livery. A portion of the proceeds from this shirt will go to benefit the Pacific Aviation Museum on Ford Island. So head on over there and check it out. That's at reverseopshop.com. There's also a PayPal link somewhere. There's other things. We got social medias, all that jazz. But all those can be found right here at reverseops.com/find me. If you're on your television, you hit that QR code with your phone. It'll take you there. So check out that. That's got everything, including our sister companion channel, HNL Ops, which is running a ATC stream right now, so you can follow along with the ATC. Normally we would have a 360 camera, but I explained those woes a bit ago. But if all that's too much, just hit that like button and we'll call it even. Thanks, everybody. The A380 is on a 9-mile final. Let's go to the truck cam for now. We got 9-mile final in the A380. We have a FedEx on the downwind, and then we got a United that is coming down Juliet. Thankfully that they haven't closed the runway on us. Well, thank you, Roy. It's kind of been a lifelong thing. I've been into planes my whole life. My dad worked for American. I'm an avid photographer, and I used to take just plane pictures, and that kind of snowballed into plane videos, and that snowballed into this. Good morning, Jane. How are you? Our good friend and moderator, Jane Chu, has gifted 1 Reverse Ops membership. Looks like AJ is the recipient, so please join me in thanking our very good friend and super mod, member of the world's most dangerous mod crew. You know her, you love her, Jane Chu. Thank you, Jane. So this rather large plane here will be heading off to SFO. We'll see if it gets out of here before or after the A380. The A380 is pretty close. We will prioritize the A380 though. We'll try to. I don't want to lose out on an A380. Alright, so is this guy moving or is he just sitting there? He is moving, so well, the A380 is close, so we're gonna take the A380. So sorry, United. I'll take you for a second. Sorry, United. We gotta take the A380. This is a Sling, like LSA, I believe. Pacific Flight Academy. They have like 5 or 6 of these. You know, it's not that bad on that SFO flight. It's scheduled for 7:35, but usually you give it. Usually out here, from scheduled pushback, if everything goes correctly, it usually takes about 15 minutes to get to the runway. So that's not bad. It's right on time. Next one in on the other side is that FedEx triple that I was talking about that was on the downwind a minute ago. We have a 757 meandering out here. We'll see if that goes 8 left or 8 right. Take care, Fred. We'll see you next time. The next air show here in Honolulu, I believe, is next year. I think they're doing Blues on the Bay again, which is the Blue Angels at K-Bay, I think is the next one. I don't have a date on that. Right. I think they might send the 757 out 8 left. We'll have to. It's taking the 90-degree turn. August 9th and 10th, the next year, not this year. Ooh. Thanks, Ken. So we're going to flip the camera backwards. And we're going to see if we can take the 757 coming up over the... Kirsten's here. Hello. I'm going to flip around this way, see if we can get that. There's a United 757 heading off to LAX on the other runway. We'll see if we can grab it when it's in the air. Alright, so the next one coming out here is the Hawaiian Flight 10 heading off to LA with the Extra X. That is coming down Juliet. I think it's crossing 8 left as we speak. It'll be coming through these trees here in a minute. We'll hold on here until we see it, or something else cool pops up. We do have a Southwest coming in that side as well, but I did say something cool popped up, so I don't know if that qualifies. We also have Hawaiian Flight 6 lit up. That's heading up to Vegas. That's our Island Jenny Express. Our second A380 of the day. This is the blue one today. It is about 45 minutes out. It's kind of 8:44. No fighters yet, Keith. There is the aforementioned Hawaiian Flight 10. There should be a Virgin America coming behind this one. It's heading off to San Diego. It's a MAX 9 Virgin America Flight 93. Should be popping through here any second now. There it is. Turn and burn action there. Next couple coming down here to the reef runway is Southwest heading to Vegas, and that Hawaiian heading to Vegas as well. We do have a 717 leaving off the other runway though. We'll see if we can catch it. That right there is the beauty cam, in case you were wondering. Up on a stick above my head. That's cool, Oz Planes. Too bad we're not in reverse ops. You would see them, the arrivals coming right by. There's the Southwest behind the guard shack. Oh, sorry. I'm confused, very confused, Ken. What's going on here? Yeah, I don't see where there's going to be an air show this year, Ken. I'm sorry. They will be here. The Blue Angels will be here next year on August 14th and 15th. That's 2027. That's just a preliminary schedule. I don't see any air show for this year. I could be wrong, though. But I don't see anything for this year. Next one coming out here is an Aloha Air Cargo. We'll leave this over here. We'll get in just a second. It'll cross through the... Now, it's funny, though, the AI answer on Google will tell you there's one August 14th and 15th in 2026, but that is not what matches the official Blue Angels schedule. And the Kaneohe Bay Airshow.com still has the stuff up from last year. They have not changed the website from last year, so. Yeah, the only thing I'm seeing is the Blue Angels preliminary schedule for 2027 lists them coming back to Hawaii. Jonathan, if I'm involved, there's no way it could be a useful conversation. Pardon me. This next Southwest is heading off to San Diego. Hello, Sherry. Good to see you. All right, take care, Ozplanes. Have a good day. Thanks, Ozplanes, for the $5 Australian super chat. Says thanks to the awesome streams, Patrick. Have loved my time here. Hope you have a great day. Well, I hope you do too. Stay safe. Put plenty of sunscreen on. It may be a little cloudy, but trust me, put the sunscreen on. Have fun. Get a Dole Whip. Yeah, Alan, I think that's next year. I don't think it's this year. I think AI is screwing up the search results on that air show. From my understanding, there's no air show this year. Tentatively, there's going to be one next year at K-Bay with the Blue Angels. Next one coming down here is the Southwest. It's heading off to San Jose. The next arrival, heavy arrival anyway, is still a ways out. That is the A380. Looks like it might be the next heavy arrival. And that is super, super heavy. That's still 24 minutes out. It's okay, we're really not here for arrivals, we're here for departures. Most of the time. Is that another one going? Let's see, it might be another one. Super zoom. It is. This one's probably waiting for the sky courier that's going to cross in front of its nose. It's from Lanai Air. It's the passenger version. Let's see if we can get that real quick. There it is right there. Good morning, Eham. There's a second one cutting in front of its nose. That's the cargo master.
9043 Delta and taxi parking to Charlie. Southwest 936, copy the line.
Next one coming in is another Cargo Master. It's another FedEx. Oh, looks like that C-17 is lit up now that Ehan was talking about earlier. I'm super sleepy this morning. I've been having really vivid dreams for like the last year. And I don't know what changed. I'm not on any new medicine or anything, or I thought it was some medicine I was taking for my nose last year when I had surgery, but they just continued after I stopped taking that medicine. And it's almost every night I have these super vivid dreams. Like the other day I had a dream that I was teaching a class, like at school, and I was the teacher. And I kept waking up and then going back to sleep and having the same dream. But every time the dream started over, I was a different type of teacher. So like in one dream, I was a very laid-back hippie teacher, and then another part of the dream, I was a very angry militant teacher. It's really weird. And then last night, I had a dream so vivid I could not go back to sleep. I had a dream that me and Mrs. Reverse Ops were at the airport. And we were in a truck or a car that had a glass roof. And we were looking at lightning above us. And then the lightning struck the car. It didn't hurt us, but it struck the car and made the car do all weird stuff. And it was so real and so vivid that I could not go back to sleep. I kept thinking, because that's not the only part of the dream. There was other parts of the dream where I was driving through the terminal building to get to the parking lot, and just weird stuff. But it was so real and so vivid that I could not go back to sleep because I was worried about my car after it got struck by lightning, even though I knew it was a dream. Very weird. More of a glass roof like some of the K vans have. They have a full glass roof where you can look straight up, kind of like a big moon roof. But it was very, very odd. I have a conflict of personality, huh? Okay. Now, some of my dreams, like lately, they're all really vivid and I remember them. They're not always weird and crazy. Sometimes they're boring. But I don't know if I lucid dream, but I can semi-control my dreams. If I'm having a bad dream, I can get out of that dream, wake myself up from a dream. "6 hours out." I think I saw that one on Jet Tip. The C-17 is moving now. Yeah, Kelvin, I've been able to do that my whole life. Though I just have the same continued dream even though I wake up. I've been able to do that my whole life. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because sometimes they're not good dreams. You don't want it to continue. All right, take care, Keith. We'll see you next time. I'm semi-conscious right now, Jonathan. So it looks like the next one out on the reef run will be that C-17. The ANA is now just off the coast. I believe I said it was the.
Well, I just wanted you to get familiar where the next is, because then you're going to end up waiting like a really long time all the time. Number one, I'm familiar where that is. I'm sorry. You know where it is. Saying that I can't hear what you're saying. The Navy Exchange. Navy Exchange. I'm familiar with that. Number one. Navy Exchange. The whole. Maybe the number one next to their home. Say one on time or 40 Pop-Tarts to pick up.
The second one in is the blue one today. I don't know if I said that already. You know, Jonathan, you guys being a figment of my imagination is something. I heard a theory, like I watch a lot of Discovery channels and you get those, it's aliens people and all this stuff. And, you get a lot of conspiracy theory nuts on Discovery Channel. And one guy was talking about how our own reality is built as we need it. So if we go, it's like the end of the street doesn't exist until I get there. If I don't ever go to Cleveland, Cleveland doesn't really exist. It's just something that could exist if I went to Cleveland. So you control everything. So it's kind of like the Matrix, I guess. But I think about that a lot, and and what it all boils down to is just the computing power it would take to have everyone have their own little reality. I'm not a big Matrix fan. It was okay. I didn't like it as much as a lot of people did. There were aspects of it I thought were clever. But I thought Keanu Reeves isn't my favorite actor, and neither is the girl that was in it. It's too over the top. But the one thing I thought was the funniest, the most clever thing of the whole thing was whatever the people, the agents, I don't remember what they were called, Agent Smith, when they were talking about the Matrix and everybody was in a little bubble and they were being fed their own reality. He said they originally tried to they asked why the realities were so terrible, why everyone was most people had a miserable time. And he said they tried to make everyone happy at the beginning, and it didn't produce as much energy because people got lazy. AJ, I would like to write down or voice record some of my dreams, but I don't want to wake Mrs. Reverse up, so I don't do it. All right, we have this is going to annoy me. We have a Super and a C-17. Come on. Can't you stagger these out a little better? There is the Super. We're going to hold on the Super for a second until the C-17 starts to roll, and then we will go to the C-17. Alright, C-17 is rolling.
Roll all the way to the end of the runway. No delays to the intersection. Okay, we'll roll the end. No delays. Southwest 2701. The other helicopter is 5 minutes separation. Roger. 307 heavy contact departure. Departure, check 307.
Oh, thanks, Jonathan. Man, the mosquitoes are out today. All this rain lately, there's a big puddle over here. I think all the mosquitoes are having a blast. Next one out on the reef runway is a 717 heading off to Hilo. I have a fan on. Trying to blow the mosquitoes away. So hopefully that doesn't interfere with the microphone too much.
For 927 for my Delta, then contact now.
Very calm winds today. There's hardly any wind. See the wind sock there. No, I don't have any mosquito repellent on me. All I have is a fan. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. We have a couple of Japan Airlines between here and Kauai, along with a Hawaiian coming in from Tokyo. This will be landing here in a few minutes. We should have, let's see if we can pop up the air nav here. We should have a few planes going out soon. Weird that both flight radar is doing the thing weird, something weird. It's showing me two A380s lit up. I don't think that's correct. Hello, Mav Dog. Thanks for being here. Admire Music, thanks for being here.
Runway 999 at time, about 8 left at Echo, flash away and heading 109.
You can see there's two Singapore on the list there and the Qantas. Qantas, I think, is just going to slide in the end of the show there. Oh, thanks, EM. Is that another one? Jeez, they are busy down there today. We should get the Coletta and a UPS in this next hour. But I think they're going to go all the way around the far side. We'll see them on the runway, but we won't see them up close today because this taxiway in front of us is closed. They're doing some work on it on the far end. I can't see exactly what they're doing. Yeah, Mike, that sounds like a good air show. I'd like to see an F4. Looks like there's some kind of barge going out over there in front of Diamond Head. You guys see that?
Honolulu Tower, helicopter 787 Australia, South Ramp, PHNL.
Might be a container ship, but I can't tell from here. I don't know if we can zoom in any farther on it. I don't know. Let's try. Yeah, this camera doesn't like that fence. Yeah, there we go. We also have a couple other ships out here. We have this one over here. And then we got the LPC that's been here a couple of weeks. LPG, sorry. Yeah, it's got that fence, Brandon. It tries to differentiate between the fence and the what you want to focus on is maybe not what he wants to focus on. Next one coming out here is Aloha Air Cargo. That is on Juliet right now. Coletta has pushed back. We have the first of those two JAL planes coming in. It's a 7-6. It's almost over Iroquois Point. And then we have the Aloha Air Cargo on Juliet. Hello, Darren. Good to see you. Something tiny going out there. I can't see what it is. An Astra X IAI Astra SPX. I have no idea what that is. That'll be our next departure on the reef runway. Don't have any idea what it is. Tiny though. Super tiny. Kind of looked like I had a medevac on it. Not one of them I usually see around here. Might have been a medevac flight. Thanks, Rob. I don't think I've ever seen one of them around here. Coletta's moving. We'll see if it takes Delta. Yeah, it's going to take Delta over to Bravo and then to Juliet. We do have a 717 coming in on the crossing runway though. So we'll focus on that. back to the one coming in on the other side, which is another Hawaiian 330. Oh, Brittany, I can show you that real quick. Let's see here. This is an aerial view of the airport here via Google Maps. So this out here, this peninsula out here, is the reef runway. That is artificially man-made. Up until the early 70s, the airport ended there, so that all that is backfilled. So that's what was referred to as the reef runway. So that is that runway out there is 8 right or 26 left, depending on which way they're coming in or leaving. Its parallel runway is 8 left over here. That is close to the terminal buildings, which are all over here. The crossing runways here are 4 left and 4 right. This is where most of the GA and cargo is. There is some cargo over here as well. Hickam Air Force Base is all this area over here. That's why we get so much military, is they share the runways. They come over here onto Taxiway Alpha. There are 2 water runways here. This is 4W and 8W. They don't get used anymore, but they still are on the official runway list. Last time I saw them being used was over 10 years ago, so I haven't seen them used anytime recently. We are right here to this morning. Well, not right, close to that X. Really close to that X. That gives us a good shot of the planes on 8 right. We do also stream from up here, which gives us a good view of the landings and some of the departures on 8 left. But it just depends on, mix it up a little. We try to do both locations during the week. So usually on Tuesdays we're down here. Thursdays we're usually up there. And on Saturdays, most Saturdays we try to do both locations. We'll start off at one and move to the other. We'll see. We'll try to give you a little bit of everything. Now, if you come out here to plane spot yourself, this parking lot we're in is a very good place to start. You can go up to where we stream from the other way. That's the other end of Lagoon Drive. If you are an amateur or you want to risk getting thrown out of the garage as a professional, you can go into the Terminal 1 parking garage all the way up to the top floor and take pictures from there. But only if you're an amateur. They won't let quote unquote professionals up there. So that's why I don't go up there, because they consider me a professional. So Coletta is making its way down Bravo as we speak. That is an all-white Coletta 747-400. There's also a 747-800 that is pushed out behind it. That'll also be heading down Bravo to come out here to the reef runway here in just a few minutes. We should get both of those departures before the end of the show. And EHAM is letting us know that there'll be five F-22s have called for departure clearance, so that's good. This is not one of those, any of those I just mentioned. This is a Southwest 737. I'm not cool enough to tell you if this is a MAX 9 or a MAX 8, but I'm pretty sure it's a MAX 9. As to where it's going, I'm going to guess it's going to a mainland destination. Let's see if I'm right. Maybe a mainland destination that begins with a SAN. Oh no, I was wrong. Going to Hilo. Never mind. I was so confident. But Hilo is not a bad place to be going. Yeah, HNL Mike, that's the one I was referring to. That's the you used to be able to get married out there and then immediately take a float plane and they do a Circle Island tour for you. So you can get married right there. But they tore that up 10 years ago or so. Maybe even a little longer. Keep saying 10 years ago, but I mean, shit, it might have been 15 years ago. I just got an email from the GM of my company, and speaking of how time flies, it is my work anniversary. So this will be my 13th year, I think. Max 8. Ah, dang it, John. Dang it. That's a secret, EHAM. I can't tell you. But I'll tell you, it won't be from... There will be planes involved, but it will not be from the airport. I'll give that much of a clue. So if there's something leaving on Sunday, I probably won't see it. Now, if it's arriving, maybe. Alright, so it looks like we're going to get the Coletta, then the 22s. And then probably the UPS. It's not the museum, EHAM, and I've thought about doing it out there, but going live out there, I don't think is going to happen. I might do a walkthrough, but I don't think being live is going to work. And there's two reasons for that. It's a private company, right? And I would have to get permission from them to go live from their establishment, and it's on an active military base. So I don't think going live is going to happen from the museum. Now, I might be able to do a video walkthrough, but we'll see how that goes. There is a possibility of a Dole Whip. I mean, I can't speak for what you'll be having, but I might have a Dole Whip. Alright, so the you might be able to see the white Coletta behind the guard shack. It is taxiing down Juliet. We'll get it over here in a second. So everybody pray for a nice sunny day on Sunday morning. Oh, I see the 22s now. They're coming up behind the Coletta. I should be seeing I'm not going to pan the camera quite yet because we should be seeing the 22 here pop out from behind that guard shack. There it is right there. There's the truck anyway. The F-20. Oh, there's the 22. Okay. Sorry, it's a little blip on my monitor. There's 122. Ooh, we have another Queen moving. And the Coletta 777 is also lit up. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Happy plane spotter. Happy plane spotter. I see the 5 out there. There's 3 in this shot. There's 2 more over to the right. Little wing wave out of that last one. That was pretty cool. Well, thank you. If you're watching this from the back, thank you very much. The Singapore triple is going around on the other runway. I didn't hear a reason. He's over there somewhere. I can't find him. Just over the cloud tip. Just over the cloud tip. Where's the cloud? Ah, there he is. So this is the Singapore Airlines that just went around while the F-22s were going out. I don't know the reason. But if you count the white one, we should have 3 queens coming out because we got 2 more UPS queens on the ground. And we should have the Coletta 777. The Coletta 777 is also pushed back. So hopefully we get all 3 of those. We got about a half an hour left in the show. That's about as far as I can push it, about a half an hour. So I don't anticipate it taking that long for those all to get over here. So hello, James. Next one coming in on the other side is another Japan Air Dreamliner. This one's coming in from Nagano, so we'll take that just for a second. It's over here somewhere. Oh, there was a... Oh. I am the master jinxer. Is that a... I think there's a... Yeah, there's a Grand Caravan coming in on 8 right. Look at this. That's a little juxtaposition in size there. We got the Queen waiting for the Super Cargo Master to come in on 8 right. Very heat hazy to see a Cargo Master out there. Alright, so we do have another DHL coming in. This is not the one that did the go around. This is there's 2 of them usually every day. It's the Singapore Airlines DHL. So this is the other one. This is the one coming in from Cincinnati. I'm going to show you real quick. And then we'll come back to the Queen. It's over here. So this is the one that comes in from Cincinnati. The other one comes in from LA with the Extra X. That's the one that did the go around. He is currently on the downwind again. Yeah, Mike, I haven't heard anything about visiting aircraft yet. The last time we had RIMPAC here, we had German Luftwaffe Eurofighters here. So that was friggin' awesome. Oh, what is this? What is going on here? I know they look alike, but they don't have to do go-arounds just because the other one did, right? Okay, where is he at? He's over there somewhere. There he is. So both DHL 777s, the Singapore Airlines co-branded, both of them did go-arounds. Anything you can do, I can do better. Anything you can do, I can do. Too. Yes, you can. No, you can't. Yes, you can. No, you can't.
Contact departure 118.3. 118.3, Singapore, Singapore, 90. Phase number 1, 0, 10. Oh, this is early. Honolulu Tower, Pop-Tarts, cross runway 48, runway 4 left, taxi via Bravo, Delta, hold short of runway 8 left. Okay, cross 4 right and 4 left on Pop-Tarts, Bravo, Delta, hold short of 7. Departure here, contact departure. Contact departure, contact runway here.
Ooh, Turkish. I think I saw, was it Turkish? I'm trying to remember. I saw some some F-16s go through the Mach loop a couple years ago. And I'm trying to remember, I think they might have been Turkish. They were there for, what's the big one you guys have over there? No, I don't remember. My brain's getting very mushy with old age, but yeah, I saw it was three I think it was Turkish F-16s going through the Mach loop. I think we streamed it. I think those made the stream.
Airport 7407 Heavy, Honolulu Tower, wind 1806, runway 8 left, clear to land. Runway 8 left, first time. Honolulu Tower, 854 Honolulu Tower, wind 1806, runway 4 left, clear to land. 4 left, clear to land. 854 Honolulu Tower, wind 1806, runway 4 left, clear to land. 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 4 left, clear to land.
Cobra Warrior. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Charlie Bravo. Yeah, if my memory serves me correctly, we were there right at the end of Cobra Warrior, and they hung out a couple of days. And so we got to catch them. It was a good weekend for the Mach Loop. We saw, we did 2 streams from there, 2 live streams from the Mach Loop. And, we did 2 streams from the Mach Loop, one from CAD East and one from CAD West. And the one from CAD East, we saw an A10, or sorry, not an A10, an A400 go completely under us during the stream. And the next day we did CAD West and saw American 35s from Lakenheath and the Turkish F-16s, along with a couple of Texans, I think. I need to go back to the Mach Loop. I need to. What I need to do is go back to the Mach Loop when it's warm. Every time I've been to the Mach Loop, it's been cold. The last time I was there, that second day at CAD West, when I got out of the Airbnb in the morning, or the bed and breakfast, or whatever you want to call it, in the morning, the temperature in the rental car was 4 degrees centigrade. That was very chilly. So that next 7-4 is right there. And then we should have Zippy. And then Coletta. That's a good way to roll out towards the end of the show. Well, if I come back to the UK, Rainbow Love, I know what I'm not having for breakfast. That's funny, Dave. Yeah, so we should start calling, Airframe Productions has a point. We should start calling Zippy Zippies here. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna adopt that. Airframe Productions, I'm gonna steal that and claim I invented it, okay? I hope that's okay with you. All right, take care, Rodney. We'll see you later.
Honolulu, wind 1806, runway 8 left, clear to land. 1055 selected Delta taxi to Alpha Golf Park, monitor ground inbound. Left turn Delta Alpha Golf Park, monitor ground left turn.
So next one out is Zip Air heading back to Japan. It's heading back to Narita, or as I've been saying for years and years and years, Zippy Air. You guys. Thank you, Airframe Productions. No, are we close to 400 likes? Let's see if we get to 4. I like big round numbers. Let's see if we get to 400 likes. So if you don't know, there's a restaurant here in Hawaii called Zippy's. So we're gonna start calling that one Zippy's Air. All right. I don't see anything else. Unfortunately, I don't see anything else super close. We do have the ANA and Delta arrivals, but we're getting close. So I think we're going to call this one our Hanaho plane of the day. You know, Brandon, I'm really surprised they haven't done that. That's actually more surprising than me not realizing it. Okay. Oops, not the truck cam, Patrick. There we go. So I think we're gonna be done today. I'm gonna send you guys all over to my ATC stream, if you guys don't mind. That way you can check that out. That is a completely separate channel, separate stream. So if you can like the channel, like the video, subscribe to that channel. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers on that channel. And once we get to 1,000, we can do some interesting stuff over there. It should be a lot of fun. Sorry, I'm doing some background stuff so I can switch you guys over there because I forgot to set that up earlier. Come on. Come on, little internet. You can do it. But while we're waiting for the internet to cooperate, I'd like to thank my Reverse Ops mods, the world's most dangerous mod crew. Josh O'Malley, Rainbow Love, Miss Wolves, Kirsten, Sydney, Allen, Brandon, and Jane. Keith helping us out over at the other channel that I was just talking about, the HNL Ops. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to Mrs. Reverse Ops. I want to say thank you to all the channel members. The encoder problem I talked about earlier is the reason I don't have the membership scroll today, but we'll figure it out. We always do. We muddle along. Just remember, PFA. That's all you have to do. Remember from Reverse Ops is PFA. So we'll see you all on Thursday. Don't remember, no Saturday stream today because I gotta work. But we have a possible pop-up stream on Friday and a possible member stream on Sunday. But we'll definitely be back here about 2 miles that way Thursday morning at 6:45 a.m. Hawaii time. Thanks for being here. Thanks again to the mods. Thanks to all the members. You guys are the best. Love you. Aloha.